Good morning, Team Fam. Shot caller here, live from the mountain house. And the weather is back to its normal cool and but not sunny yet weather. I just love this type of weather. It's kind of a low-key San Francisco type of weather. And so we're excited about a brand new day. We're excited about a brand new week, guys. And first things first, we give all honor and we give all glory to God, our higher power, for just gifting us another new day to go ahead and conquer the world, another new day to influence and impact those around us. And I just want to wish everybody a belated happy Easter. Hope everybody's staying safe. And one of the things I can tell you is, God has a purpose for everything, and He's giving us our simplest life, as far as how we run our life back to us. And so, we just are just so blessed, and we don't take anything for granted with everything that's going on. And so my job today is to give you guys a shot of vitamin C. It's April 13th, 2020 today. And, for those of you that are new, vitamin C, the C stands for champion. It stands for commitment. It stands for competitiveness. It stands for courage. It stands for consistency. It stands for charge. It stands for change. And you know what? If you think of any other, amazing words that start with C, definitely DM and PM me. I'd love to add on to the list. If you haven't done so yet, want to go ahead and access of all of our training on our YouTube channel. We do have a private and not private YouTube channel, so hopefully you guys are having access to both channels. So my vitamin C shot for today, because it is a brand new day, and I'm just letting you know, God is so amazing. He takes my vitamin C and the question of the day that comes from the team, and for some reason, it just always connects, right? But my vitamin C shot for today is the power of attempt. ATTEMPT. And all it is that power to attempt, right? And, most people, the reason why they don't attempt is they automatically fear, they automatically doubt, they automatically question. And sometimes that type of thinking is habitual. And sometimes we don't even know we do that because it's just in our nature. And I just challenge you guys right now to go ahead and allow me to inject you guys with that vitamin C is the power of attempt. That every time you wake up every day, right, you bring out the power of attempt. After you get your drink of lukewarm water, the power of attempt. After you have your banana shake like Sir Chief, the power of attempt. And I'm going to go ahead, and the attempt is acronym, right? The A for attempt stands for attitude. And you got to have an attitude that I'm going to do it. I'm not going to procrastinate. I'm going to do it, right? In anything, right? So if it means like, man, I got to get my one today, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, right? That kind of attitude, right? The T in the power of attempt stands for thoughts, right? And your constant thoughts of attempting has to be, I'm going to conquer it. I'm going to conquer it. Too often we say it's hard, we're not good, right? There must be an easier way, right? Because it's not, maybe it's not giving you the right vibe, guys, and that's okay. Just as long as you're attempting, and whatever you attempt, your thoughts are going to be like, I'm going to conquer this. I'm going to conquer Zoom. I'm going to conquer presenting on Zoom. I'm going to conquer recruiting on Zoom, right? The letter T, the next letter T in attempt is tenacity, right? And, tenacity means you're determined, right? And so your thought process on tenacity is, I'm going to overcome. I'm going to overcome. I'm going to overcome. I might have thought this is hard. I might thought that this is not my, cup of tea. I might have thought whatever it is, I'm going to overcome it, right? Whatever it is, I'm going to overcome it, right? The letter E in the power of attempt is execute, right? I'm going to get this. I'm going to get results. I'm going to be intentional with my results, right? I always say that whatever you do or whatever you attempt, you got to expect something at the end. There has to be a bottom line to everything that you do, right? And so the word execute is intentional, right? Execute means it's going to happen, right? Results are going to happen. The letter M in attempt is money motivated, right? At the end of the day, right? People's quality of life are defined by two things: their freedom of time and their freedom of money, right? They can't do the things they've always wanted to do in life because they don't have the time and they don't have the money. And it's crazy. Those are the two things that in our business we conquer, right? And we take over, right? So when it comes to money motivated, you got to understand that the whole thinking of that is, I'm bettering my life. This is going to better everyone around me. I'm going to have more options. I'm going to be able to retire my dad. I'm going to be able to retire my mom. I'm going to be able to put my brother through school. I'm going to be able to save the world, right? Save the people around me. I'm going to be able to give more to church, right? So that has to be accepted because you're attempting. You got to go ahead and make sure the delivery is there. The P in the power of attempt is the price of the prize, right? And you got to tell yourself it's going to be worth it. Obviously, anything great, anything huge, anything life-changing, ladies and gentlemen, it has a prize. Don't think it's just going to be handed to you, right? You sow, you reap what you sow, right? So you sow little, you reap little, right? So, but you got to tell yourself, you got to be worth it. It has to be worth it. It has to be worth it in the long run. Whether you've been here 1 month, 1 year, 10 years, 20 years, it's worth it, right? Every year it's worth it. Look. Last year, we were on the grind straight 8 months all over California, but it's worth it. We were able to go ahead and have our wedding. We were able to go ahead and, go to 11 countries. And I don't tell you that to brag, but I tell you that because hard work, right? Extraordinary effort, right? Reaps, right? And it'll be worth it. It was worth it, guys. It was worth all the late nights, right? It was worth it. So you got to have that kind of mentalities. It's going to be worth it. And the T in attempt is toughness and embracing the toughness, right? And, you got to tell yourself, I'm going to attempt to become better. I'm going to attempt to become better, right? And so guys, that is my shot of vitamin C today, the power of attempt. Let's go ahead and attempt every day. Let's wake up and, have an attempt attitude, an attempt focus, an attempt goal at everything that we do. And I promise you, watch your week change, right? So let's move on to our question of the day. And it's just like I said, amazing how the question just fits my vitamin C shot. A teammate sent over this question, and it seems to be kind of like a constant question, maybe because we're on lockdown. I'm not sure. But the question is, I feel stuck in the business. What do I do? Right? So stuck means different things to different people, but I'm going to take it on a generalized part of it. So that when they say I feel, I just want to let you know in business, feelings are not facts, right? They're just emotions, that they're just expressions, but they're not necessarily facts. So when you feel stuck, it's not a fact that you're stuck, right? It's just an emotion, right? But if you harness that feeling, or if you baby that feeling, then you are gonna feel stuck, right? And so, what do you do? Well, when somebody feels stuck, I always say on a coaching part, I always say when you feel stuck, that's probably because you don't have appointments, you don't have momentum, you have little or no results, you don't have the capability of pushing yourself, and you do more thinking than you doing. And I'm going to tell you that happens to all of us. It gets to the best of all of us, right? I mean, we're all human beings, but we are human becomings as well. So we can become who we want and we choose to. So how do you get unstuck? And remember, the purpose of pain, when you feel stuck, people identify stuck as painful. You're very critical of yourself, you criticize yourself. And just so you know, the purpose of pain in anything we do in life is not to like make us suffer. It's actually to move us into action, right? Because you don't want to feel the pain. So I always tell myself, whatever it is in the business, I don't want to feel the pain. So I'm going to do whatever it takes to not get that pain, right? I'm very when it comes to that, I'm very proactive instead of reactive. I'd rather go ahead and do something proactively to not feel the pain than feel the pain and remember the lesson, right? So how do you get unstuck, guys? ever said, and remember, everything that I teach you is things that I've done. I've went through. It's not something in a book. I didn't Google it. So all I'm going to teach you is all I know, guys. Anytime that I felt unstuck, I had to do massive activity. That is the only way. I'm not talking about just any activity, although we did talk about attempt and just attempt something. But anytime you feel stuck, like you feel glued, you feel bounded, you feel like you can't breathe, right? And you really want to conquer the world and you just can't get yourself into that mode and that momentum, you have to do massive activity of anything. And what I did as I was reflecting today's question of the day, I just chose one thing, honestly, to do massive activity that I can get praises and recognition and results and everything from it. Whether it was doing licensing and being the top 5, RVP in all of California, right? For that, all of California, right? Something to get me unstuck, right? Whatever it is, guys, to initiate. And look, if you don't know how to get yourself unstuck after this talk, then you have to go ahead and have those one-on-one talks with your trainer, your RVP, your coaches, right? Because they know you better. They know you well. They know your heart. They know you inside out, left and right, up and down, all around, right? So they're going to know and assess how to get you unstuck. But for me, right, I always chose massive activity. That's what always helped me get unstuck, right? On one thing, right? So for example, if it's like in the area of phone calling, right? I wasn't going to do 1 or 2 or 3 a day. That can make you feel unstuck. It's for some people that are very high achievers, 1, 2, or 3 calls a day makes them feel unstuck. For those that are just consistent Carols or consistent Charles, right? And they just are very consistent in their thoughts, their emotions, their processes. 3 is just perfect, right? So, but if you want to get yourself unstuck, whatever the number of calls that you do, right, you want to go ahead and double up. So if you're doing 3 calls a day or 3 prospects a day or 3 reach outs a day or 3 approaches a day, double up and do 6, right? If you're setting 1 or 2 appointments or 1 or 2 interviews a day, double up and do 2 to 4. People are home all day long doing really, they're at home, so they're willing to listen. They're available to listen. If you are doing 1 or 2 recruits a month, double up this month, right? Double up this week, guys. If you are competitive and you want to go ahead and see your name on the bulletins, get on track, right? And so pick one thing, whether it's IBAs, whether it's appointments, whether it's ID theft, whether it's PLPP, whether it's licensing, right? Focus on one thing, right, that you will do massive activity in, because when your blood flows and you have that energy and you're in constant movement and constant action, right, you're not going to feel stuck. You're not going to be stuck, right? Because when you're in constant movement and constant, thinking of creative things and strategic thinking and all of that kind of stuff that we've been working on, you won't have that feeling. Trust me. I promise you, when you feel stuck is when you're not doing anything. Like your brain's not moving. I'm not saying your brain's moving, but it's not like collaborating. It's not its creative stage. Lady Gaga has to put herself in a room for 3 weeks or more just to get her mind to focus and bring its creativity, right, in order, right, for her to be able to go ahead and create songs and lyrics and things like that, guys. And sometimes you might have to do that. You might have to go in the closet, because that's what I do, under my tent in my closet, and I have to have this darkness and silent moment to think, okay, shot caller, exactly what are you going to do, right? Sometimes you have to do that, right? But I just want to let you know you are not, being stuck is not a permanent situation. It's not, you're not gluified, right? And don't let those feelings conquer your day, right? Pick up a phone and call your coach, your mentor, and help you get unstuck. So hopefully that's helped you guys. Massive activities, my solution to being unstuck. And as we close, man, I'm just so thankful and grateful we get to embark on this journey and really understand how successful people think. Obviously, you can't be, you can speed up up your process of becoming successful by surrounding yourself with successful people and successful thinkers and winners and believers and people just that have that same vibe as you. And we've been working on, how successful people think. And we started off, having a level of understanding that, they cultivate big picture thinking. Successful people engage in focused thinking. They harness creative thinking. They employ realistic thinking. They utilize strategic thinking. And now we're focusing on, possibility thinking. And, it was told that nothing is embarrassing as watching someone do something that you said cannot be done. And when you have possibility thinking, man, that just totally makes you grow like crazy. And one of the things it says here that possibility thinking increases other possibilities. And that's so true. I've learned that so many times, guys. When you have a thinking that everything is possible, then other things become possible. See, big thinkers who make things happen also create possibilities for others. That happens in part because it's contagious, and you can't help but become more confident and think bigger when you're around possibility thinkers. Look, everybody, we were embarking on the area of mortgages and getting our mortgage licenses. And you know what? When you're a possibility thinker, you don't just think for yourself. You think for the people that are in your leadership team, the people that are in your core. And man, we've just found a way to go ahead and get our top of the top, right? Get their mortgage license where Primerica is taking care of it. Guys, that's possibility thinking. Most people will wait for success to come to them, or they will wait for that possibility to come to them. No, when you're thinking that type of possibility, everything is possible, guys. And so let's go ahead and have a power boost day today, guys. Let's attempt. Let's get out of the unstuck mode, right? And watch us grow. See you at the top. Bye-bye, everybody. Love you so much.